want to listen his wisdom?
Actually, we are ready to listen whatever he says because I know him personally, but I don't know his meditation experiences and what his journey in meditation. So, if he is willing to share this, I'm happy to listen back to that.
Yes. Okay. Good. Then I'll quickly share about hi Rekha Garu. So yes, and good to see you as well. I think we met, right, Rekha Garu, also in at your place, Malika Garu. Did I?
Rekha, no.
నేను
Rekha is
రాలేదండి, నేను సట్టంలో ఉంటానండి.
సట్టన్లో ఉంటారా?
సట్టం
Oh, nice.
సౌత్లో ఉండండి.
Oh, great. I frequently visit Sutton. But good.
కాకపోతే నేను మిమ్మల్ని వేరే మెడిటేషన్ పద్మ గారు ఆర్గనైజ్ చేసిన దాంట్లో ఒక రోజు మీరు స్పీచ్ ఇచ్చినట్టు గుర్తండి.
Yeah, I have organized one. Evaru mana Madhu or Mahalakshmi garu organized.
Gudakesha పద్మ గారు ఉన్నారు కదా.
Oh yes.
నైట్ మెడిటేషన్ కి విజన్ షేరింగ్ కి తెలిసినట్టు గుర్తండి.
Yes.
డేస్ బ్యాక్ లైక్ 1 month బ్యాక్ ఇప్పుడు అది
Yes,
అప్పుడు
exactly. Yes. Okay. Nice. Good, Andy. Yeah. So yeah, thank you and good to see you all, and thank you for having me today. Coming back to my experiences, meditational experiences. Maybe I need to share in English because Garimaji is also there. So I started meditation way back in 2007 when I was going through a deep depression phase. So what was happening then is I joined a software company in the year 2006. By then I was alcoholic and I was a smoker, and I had this insomnia problem, and I had a lot of fears and phobias as well. That was when I joined 2006 in the IT industry, in corporate sector. And even before that, as I said, I had all these issues. But somehow I managed to find the job. So actually, because of the fears, even though I was like a good student in terms of studies, and I completed my BTech with good scoring, and I was like okay kind of person from the childhood. I'm like one of the good bright student. You can say that I was topper until 10th, and also in my diploma I did my diploma in distinction, and engineering also good. I was very good, but it's just that because of the fears and phobias, I used to go to till the interview wherever the office the interview they used to conduct. I used to go till there. My resume used to get shortlisted, and I used to go there, and I used to come back because of the fear of speaking. So that much of fear I used to have, and I used to be very jovial, and I used to have a very big group around me. When it comes to my personal life, I used to be very jovial, jolly, and a happy person, having a very big circle, always surrounded by friends and people. But when it comes to my corporate or job or anything, so I used to be very, very, very fearful. So in the year 2006, I went to 2006. During that time, I went to Sweden. 2006 also I went there. Somehow I managed, and in 2007 again I went there. So I could not do the whatever the deliverables that I was assigned with. I could not deliver, and on top of that, I could not even perform better. Already I was having all these issues, fears and phobias, and I used to drink alcohol every day because of this insomnia problem. So because this project got failed, and I was at client place, and client he called me for a meeting, and he said, like, your company is giving such a wonderful opportunity, and they are sending you to this this country abroad, and giving you all the opportunities, and you are like, uh, it was like a very very what do you call, odd situation where client himself had to call, and then he escalated to the my offshore manager, and everybody was like calling on the, what is happening, and why are you, and the project is going to, and client is going to pull back his project and all those things. So that was the time already I was always having these fears, and always having some kind of tension in the back of my mind. And I always used to think that my family, they never used to call me, even when I was abroad, and they never used to call me. I always used to think there's no one is there in this world that who can kind of think about me. And also I have all these issues, and I cannot express myself fully. I have these fears. So, and this project got failed. So everything together, I really went into deep depression, and I felt like, what is the point of this life? I used to literally, my body used to, my mind always used to think about these things, and my body used to just, I am like a mechanical person. I used to go to the bus and then get into the, with that depressed feeling. I used to sit in the, I still remember those days. With that depressed feeling, I used to go to office, and then come back, not doing again, I was there for 3 months, and the client realized that we are not able to do for within 30 days, 45 days. He could have sent back to India, but they didn't for some reason. And that remaining first 45 days, anyway, it's, we are not performing, and it's going on, and until client realized it's okay. But even after client realized, and client literally called me into the meeting room, and all the team members, I'm not the only person, literally called into the team meeting, and then uh, told about the situation and everything. But still they kept me there for 45 days. Every day I used to go, and then I used to walk. Whenever I used to walk into that office, that floor, I used to feel so, that feeling was like so depressing feeling. I'm not able to perform, but still I'm here. And everybody knows that this project is not doing well. And everybody, on the floor. So at some point, I felt like, I should end my life. That was like, almost. And that's when I spoke to the one of my friend. Then now she's my wife, Prana. So I asked her, she used to always, uh, tell me about this meditation to me, that, why don't you do meditation? And she used to tell all that. I used to say, like, meditation is for old people, and I'm like 24, 25 years, and I'm a young person, and but it was like need of the hour for me. I had to do meditation. There's no other way. Like, she was like, why don't you do meditation? It will give you some clarity. It will give you, first of all, it will clear your clutter, whatever you have in your mind. But I always used to, pushed away, but finally I had to do it. So what I've done is meditation. The way I did is, I used to start doing meditation when I get into the train, the underground train in Sweden. And I used to get up when my stop comes, like it was like literally 12 minutes. So you can imagine, right, getting into the train and getting out of the train. So the 2 minutes is gone, and only literally 10 minutes I used to do while going to the office and while coming back from the office. That's the only time I used to do, because in Sweden I was sharing my flat with some other people. So whenever I feel like doing, I used to feel like, oh, they may think something differently, so let's not do it. So I tried doing. So I tried sitting in meditation, and when somebody gets up, I used to sleep. So it's like, it was not so, I felt like, oh, this is not really suiting me, so let me find a way. That's when I found like doing meditation in the train. So the moment I started doing meditation in the train, I used to get into, slip into the sleep. The moment I used to start, I used to slip into the sleep. So, and after 10 minutes, I used to get up from the meditation with so much of refreshing feeling. I used to feel so relaxed, refreshing. Then I felt like, okay, this is what I've been thriving for since so many days. Because as I said, I had this insomnia problem, right? So, and with 10 minutes of meditation, I used to get that all the relaxation, whatever, one gets in the entire 8 hours of sleep. I used to sleep literally 2 to 3 hours, and I used to drink alcohol till 2 a.m., 3 a.m. sometimes. I used to struggle on the bed. But yeah, that's how I started. And within 1 week and 2 weeks, I started feeling, very happy for no reason. Literally, the happiness used to come from inside. I don't know. It's like, it's like a miracle for me. It's like, there's nothing I could comprehend, and it's like automatically it's happening. Even the situation is still same. I'm walking, I'm walking on the same floor, and the project is still failed. Uh, what do you call? Everybody, my team member and everybody is same. My offshore managers and everything, they are still trying to, save this project. Everything is remain same, but it's just that something inner changed, something inside that is changed, and I used to feel so happy. So I continued meditation after 3 or 4 weeks. One fine day, after I came back to India, and everybody was like, my other team members after, they were like showing pity on me, like, what is happening? But inside me, I see something changed. And on the outside, I'm like, maybe I was acting, or I was, not expressionless. But inside of me, I was like, okay, something happened, but whatever is happened. I'm not really seeing myself into that situation now. So uh, after 4 weeks, or I mean 3 4 weeks or 5 weeks, one fine day, I was like, drinking alcohol in the night with friends. um, in the morning, it was in a different place. I went to my friend's place, and I had to walk from their place to my room. So I was coming, the first thing in the morning I used to do is smoking. Very first thing. I mean, I really surprised now myself, thinking back those days. Was it me? uh, right? So first thing in the morning, now I drink like 1 liter of water. Then I used to smoke. So I was smoking, and coming back to my place, walking, and some more, I feel like, why is this required now? I'm like, something inside is saying, this is not required. I have just thrown that cigarette. It was in 2007, sometime around December, I guess. So I started my meditation in 2007 October, uh, November time, and in December I have thrown that cigarette. I have not touched till now. It just happened like that. And uh, the drinking also, I have, like, one fine day I've just stopped. So earlier I used to say, like, let me stop smoking or drinking maybe on January 1st, or maybe on Ugadi, or I used to have these dates, or maybe some dates I used to have. But with meditation, automatically, without my any effort, it just seamlessly, it happened. Okay, so that's when and in this process, I forgot to tell you that insomnia problem is completely gone. So I started sleeping well. Fears and phobias were still there. I started enjoying my meditation more and more. I started enjoying something inside. I started feeling like there is something inside of this. So I used to work in Gurgaon. Then from Gurgaon to Bangalore, I got transferred. So I myself asked for the transfer, because anyway the project was was failed and everything. I was on bench. I said, I'll find a project in Bangalore, I'll go there. Then they transferred. So fortunately, it was my luck. I think it was fortunately where I stayed, in like 10-15 minutes of walking distance, there was a meditation center. I was in Bangalore, called a place called Tubrahalli, if some of you know it, and there is a place called Brookfield. So it is like 10-15 minutes uh, walk. So I used to go there and I used to meditate, and I used to meditate for hours. Initially, I started 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, and then uh, I kind of somehow made the friendship with the person over there. I already know him, but I became even more closer to him. I requested him that, can I stay here only, like as in like whole night, can I do meditate here? So he said, let me ask the owner of this center. I'm just an employee here. He was an employee over there in that meditation center as a meditation teacher, but there was another owner who was running that meditation center. So he asked, they said, okay. So only to get ready, because I was a bachelor, and I used to eat outside during those days. Only to take the bath, I used to go to my room, my flat. Rest all the time I used to be in meditation center, only meditating daily 6 to 8 hours. I meditated for at least for 2 to 3 months. You know, then so many things unfolded. Like I started speaking, I started expressing myself so openly, so fully. Whatever I know here, just express. you know Earlier I used to be before that I used to feel some kind of stage fear I had. Even in the meetings, I used to ask someone to update my status, and I used to really struggle. I used to, the moment my turn comes, I used to shake inside, saying, okay, what should I update? I used to quickly, within few words, I used to say, okay, this is what I've executed these many test cases. There were no issues, no bugs. And if there is any bug or anything that I need to explain, something technical issues, I used to explain my lead, and I used to tell, no, I cannot explain. You have to do that. I used to like, you are like 3-4 years of experience guy, and you should not be doing this. But I had no other option. But after this 2 to 3 months of deep meditation, completely, I I got the clarity that you only need to explain what is there inside. So I used to summarize whatever I needed to tell. I used to summarize very nicely, and people started coming to me asking, because uh, when we have to give the update to the client, we have to give in such a way that it should not be too detailed, but at the same time, you have to give entire information. They used to come to me and they used to ask, sorry. Sorry, guys. They used to ask me that, hey, Ravi, I mean, can you explain, can you tell me how do I put this to the client? You see, from a person who was not in a position to, talk very simple, you know, who was not able to communicate very, very simple things, now went on, helping the team. So that was the power of meditation, that 2 to 3 months, that intensive meditation I have done, like literally 6 to 8 hours minimum, I'm saying. I feel like so crazy. There used to be a chair, like maybe because we are all Indians, so we do some puja, right? There is like there is there is something like a table, right? Puja table used to be there, right? So uh, this guy has built these pyramid chairs in such a way that you have a nice cushioning, the back support is also there, only up until there, up until here, but there used to be a big space. So I used to, like, after 1 or 2, I used to, sleep in that table itself. I used to, why am I sleeping? you know uh, why can't I meditate? I always used to think about this meditation. And then later, after because of some few things, I had to, this guy kind of he left that meditation center, and I had to find another thing. So because I'm not able to meditate at my room, because I was sharing with other person, then what I've done is I found a PG, only one single room, you know just one room. I said, I don't want to share with anyone, so I need my own private room because I want to meditate. So I, from my office is in ITPL, I went somewhere like 2 hours away from the office, uh, and the traveling time itself is 2 hours. I have went that far because I used to utilize the traveling time also, because I had the company car, that cabs, in IT companies, they pick up the employees, right? Most of you must have seen and must have known that they used to pick me up, and I used to, the moment I used to get into the car, sit in meditation. That's the thing I used to do. And in that PG, when I was doing meditation, I used to get a lot of past life, glimpses of past life experiences. I used to get, I used to see snakes, and somebody, a snake is coming and killing, or maybe something, so many things, everything about snakes I used to get. And one day, I was sitting in meditation, and I see, I literally, I was feeling that the snake is around my neck, and it is like a kind of, it's trying to hold my neck very tightly. And then I was feeling, what you call, breathless. And I think it, maybe I got connected to my one of my past life. And I literally felt in this physical body also. Then the moment I felt, I kind of opened my eyes. uh, and there was something else is also happened, like there was a, like, very bright light coming in. I thought somebody literally you know put on the light so that it directly on my face. So that much of a very bright light came, and then that's when I have opened my eyes. I was like, I've seen, there's nothing, because it was night at 11 o'clock and everybody is sleeping. And so that's when I thought, okay, something is happening. And I went to Vipassana. Right after this experience, I went to Vipassana. There also whole 10 days. Vipassana is where you can, there are so many centers. Even in the UK, I went a couple of times here, where they provide the accommodation and also food. Everything they provide for free. If you want, you can donate money when you are coming back. So there I was meditating every day. I was meditating 10 hours, but I'm still seeing the snakes and everything. After 10th day, when I called Prana, she then said, she didn't say anything. Okay, okay. She was like, okay, it's okay. She was like, somehow I couldn't do meditation. Always I'm seeing snakes in my meditation. So I went to Hyderabad, and then I met her, and slowly she said, like, that is your past life. I know that past life also, she said. So what was that? And she did not really explain fully then, because I had that, I always used to think logically. I used to say, like, no, I don't think this is something believable. So that's how I used to be. She said, no, we were in the past life, in that past life. So there is something happened. So she clearly explained something. I don't remember exactly now. She said, okay. And she said, not only in that life, but also I've seen like couple of other lifetimes where you and me were together. So that's what she said. And in this lifetime also, in this lifetime my purpose is different. That's why, like, I already, I mean, there was a big love story which happened between myself and Prana, which I don't want to explain now because it takes, too long. So I always used to tell her, like, I always used to propose her, and then she used to say, no, 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 my purpose is different, your purpose is different. But with my meditation, hours of meditation, somehow, I managed to maybe raise my frequency level to to the extent that can match her frequency levels. Finally she agreed, she convinced it in her family, and we got married in 2010. That is after she kind of took the permission and approval, what do you call, Patrisar. She asked, she went to Patrisar and she asked, this guy is keep proposing to me. I know, I mean, he's been, uh, we've been known to each other since last 7-8 years. More than that, actually, 7-8 years. And he's been asking all the time, why can't I marry him? But I feel that, my purpose is different and his purpose is different. So Patrisar said, okay, ask him to come and meet me. So it was in a place called Karnool, Jagannatha Gattu, where, a beautiful pyramid is there on the literally on the on the mountain, on the hill, in the surroundings of Karnool. So there I went and met Patriji for the first time. And I just went there and I told him, like, sir, Pranayita told me to meet you. And then he was like, you know him, like his eyes are so big, and he was like looking, maybe he said deep looking into my eyes. I was like, oh my goodness, he's looking all my past history. Maybe he knows everything, that I was a drunkard in the past and I was a smoker. I had all these nasty things. So maybe he will say no. That's what I was thinking. But Guru is a guru, and he sees beyond what this physical life. And he said, oh, he's the right person, he is the best person to you. So uh, just go and get married. So that's when she said. Even after that, she took some time. On one fine day on Buddha Purnima in Pyramid Valley, we went to Pyramid Valley. Those days we used to uh, attend Buddha Purnima celebrations. In Buddha Purnima 2010, during Buddha Purnima celebrations, after this Purnima meditation, after midnight, she said, now I feel like, saying okay to you. So that was like after 10 years of, running behind her. So that's when, so after that also, after we married and we came to UK immediately, because, the Pranayita's family are like, they don't think about anything. They don't think about the market. They don't think about, Prabodh and Pradeep and Pranayita. They always want to explore the things, whether it is inner world or outer world. They want to explore. But I'm like, a normal person, just started meditation and got some experiences, transformed myself. I always used to think that, oh no, we used to have a safe and secure job. And when Prana said she had only the visa only for 8 or 9 months in the UK, she said, let's go. I was like, we both have jobs here and good jobs. Why do you want to go to UK now? And that too we have. And there used to be, I mean, we used to have some friends then in the UK, and also some people who moved from UK to India because of the market was not so good in 2010 and 2011. So they said, you know you are not going to get your visa extended come what may, because you only have 10 months and you won't get the job within 2-3 months. And even if you get the job, you need to get this much of salary or so many. So they said so many things, but these guys said no, go, and if it works out, otherwise come back. And I was like, no, market is not so good and all this thing. Then Prabodh said, I still remember that, market is not there. Yes, market is not good, it is very bad, So don't you think that there will be at least one job posted in the job portal for your profile? I said yes. So you only need one job. You don't need entire market. That's what he said. You should not think about the how is the market and how is this job market and whether you get or how much is the salary. Never ever think that. You only need one job. Don't you think you will get the job? Like, okay, that makes sense. So, and I said no. I was about to get. I'm about to get my bonus year, which is like then I used to think that it was a very good salary. I'm just about to get like 1.5 lakh or 2 lakhs of bonus here. Like he said, like that bonus is for your entire year you worked here, right, in India. When you go to UK, you will get that bonus as like 15 days of salary will be your bonus. Every 15 days you get this much of bonus there. So that's how they used to motivate, and that's how they used to encouraged me then. And then we came here and we got the job. There was only one job for Prana. She was the main applicant, and for me, I had like couple of offers and I joined. And I joined as a contractor. Since then I was like contractor all the time until last year, when I was in India. So I never had even a single month gap. um, Always I used to be, even though I was a contractor, and I used to pay it very good day rate. you know so it's all because of the meditation, I would say. And there were so many other things which, even if I explain now, it will go on for another half an hour or so. One last thing I want to explain is like during COVID, right, in 2020, we have organized something called a Digital Meditation Summit. Okay, I was leading that in the UK, and right after Digital Meditation Summit, after 7 days, I was a very good resource in the company, and I used to I mean, entire team and my management, everybody, they used to value me, and they used to always kind of by default they used to include me as the team member always. But as a contractor, after this Digital Meditation Summit, to my surprise, uh, after 1 week, my manager, she called and she started praising me. Oh, you are like, she said that, once there was a production issue and I took her to the meeting room, and I have explained on the board like what is the issue. She says that I really remember that day, that where you have explained about that particular product, and where is the issue. You explained so nicely, and she was giving all the feedback. I thought, okay, maybe she's trying to say, asking me to convert to permanent, or maybe she may be requesting something else. To my surprise, at the end of the discussion, she said, unfortunately, because of the situation around the world, uh, we have to end the contract this by this month end. So it was like 3 weeks notice. I was like surprised, but then I said, immediately on the phone, I said, I did not really, there was no panic, nothing. I told her like, oh, no problem. I think there is something best must be waiting for me. And I wanted a break, to be honest. I literally wanted a break because I was, after, I was doing this Digital Meditation Summit activities and all those things. I said, I need at least 3 to 4 weeks of break. So month of June, I completed my contract completed on June 27th, exactly 4 weeks, because I keep saying to myself that I need 3 to 4 weeks of break time, right? So exactly in 4 weeks, actually in 3 weeks, I got the another job. I got three offers. You know, I got three offers. I have chosen one offer. No, actually, I said, I need 3 to 4 weeks of gap. Okay. And I want a job where I should work only 1 hour a day. Okay, at least for 2 to 3 months. So in 3 weeks, I got the job, but because of some, the processing, document verification, they took one week extra, and I got 2.5 months contract. And in that contract, I used to work maximum. I'm saying maximum. I used to work 1 hour per day, and in most of the days, it used to be like 10 or 15 minutes, and at the same day rate that I was getting in the previous company. See, whatever you think, whatever you feel, when you are aligned with universe, when you are doing what you are supposed to do, things will fall into place. And it was like, for people, if somebody thinks that, this is like a miraculous, but actually, for me, I was like, it was just like a smooth thing. Everything was like seamlessly happening without any effort. That interview also, that 2.5 months contract interview, they asked about what I was doing and everything. They were like looking kind of uh, the person who has similar experience like me, and they were like, you are the right person to this, when can you join? And they were requesting and all those things. And literally I used to spend 10 minutes a day for my job. And then after 2.5 months, uh, before I completed that 2.5 months, I had 3 offers, and I had to choose the best offer over there, you know and I have chosen. This is all happening in during COVID time. Imagine, right? People were like, they were thinking about the jobs, and but for me, I had whatever I wanted. you know for the break time, whatever I wanted, I got 3 to 4 weeks. I got the break, and daily very less work. I got the similar opportunity, and I used to do a lot of these activities. I used to organize sessions. I used to do the live and the full moon meditations and everything. I used to do a lot of PMC UK activities. And then during in September October, when this contract is finished, and then I got another 3 offers. This was in 2020. And after I got into the job, I said, I felt like going back to India for a few months. I thought, okay, let me spend some time. Immediately I joined in September. I worked in October, and then in 4th week of October, I asked, I want to go to India and work from there. As a contractor, you are only allowed to work to a certain number of weeks. I worked there in the UK for 10 months, 15 days. I was in a place called, for 4.5 months, I was in a place called Kotala. It's called Pyramid Ashram, where they in Kotala. So very, very, very beautiful place, in the middle of nature, surrounded by mountains. And it is in Rayalaseema. It's like one of the very, the temperatures are very high over there. But because these guys have grown a lot of trees over there, we never used to feel that much of temperature over there. And they used to prepare food, and everything is like kind of, like for me, it's like a trip. Like I went to a resort and spending my time. I used to work. There used to be a hut. Okay, literally a hut. Okay, in that they had a fiber. It's a small village. Within that small village, this ashram was like outside of in the outskirts of the village. Okay, there they had fiber optic internet. Can you imagine? So the arrangements that were made, so because I wanted whatever I wanted, it's all because of, whatever you think, whatever you create, whatever you think, you create that reality. So it was like, everything was happening whatever I wanted. And I was there also. I was doing all the activities, doing the meditation programs, organizing and doing the flyers and all those things. That's how it happened until now. This is about my physical spiritual life, how it is going on. And even now, I joined the same company. When I was in India, they said, can you join the permanent? And I calculated how much I am getting as a contractor, and I said, if I want, I need this much of salary. They were like, wow, that is like a very very big salary, and to match that salary we need to give you a certain designation. I said, no, I'm not after the designation. Okay, I can do whatever is, whatever I am capable of. I will do that. I will do my job better, and I'll complete whatever is assigned to me. I'll complete, but I still need this much of salary. They had to give me a specific role to match the salary. And and in this team is one of the nicest team I have ever worked. My boss and my entire team, they value me here also, and everybody has got so many clients for me since last few months also. Like in last few days I was like, no, I need to have less clients now. So I deal with all the the small companies and banks who come to us for some reporting services. So I deal with all the investment bank clients. So since last few weeks, because I wanted less clients, I'm getting less clients, right? So this is how I'm like manifesting. This is it's like it's not like manifesting when I'm aligning my frequencies. uh, Whatever I want, it comes. That's how it is happening. And people think that, oh, that much of salary is really really tough these days. I i never even i never ever listen to such kind of first of all, if somebody says, I usually, we talk like this, right? So I sometimes, the moment they talk anything about the life, the negative things, I just keep like this, and then I say, okay, this is how I speak on the phone sometimes if somebody is talking. And even if somebody known also talking like that, I just, sometimes my mom also, even when she calls and she says something about somebody else, I just keep aside, and then I'll say that the moment you started telling me about that person, I just kept my phone away. And please don't tell about that. If you want, just understand that whatever is happening in your life is because of you. Okay, so you are the creator of that situation. So that's how, that's what I firmly believe. Whatever is happening in our life is purely because of our own creation, our own thinking. Okay, so this is, I thought I'll share in 30 minutes, but I think I took a lot of time. So any questions or anything? And I, to be honest, I did not share entire thing, but it can go on.
Yeah, but this is very inspirational. And yeah, the way you transform from
Yes, thank
the
you.
life into meditation, that's really
Yeah,
wonderful.
I really wonder, looking back, was it me always, in one hand, even when I used to drink, right? I literally had used to have in one hand the alcohol, on the other hand the cigarette, literally. And people used to say that, they when you drink, there used to be some people, they eat the stuff, right?
Yes,
Some
yes.
namkeen or something, or anything, right? So I was like, literally, I that much of intense uh, alcoholic, and the chain smoker. From there, I really feel, even now, was it me? I sometimes, it is very hard to believe myself, right? So from where I have come till to this point. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's nice to hear this.
Yeah. Yeah, so the next time, maybe when we speak again, maybe we can I can talk about some concepts, maybe something, the healing, the inner healing, and we can talk about it. I can relate to some of my real life experiences, and this is after meditation, and how I have handled those situations, and how I have overcome those situations. So which is like, and it's really one thing I would say, that anything that you want to create in your life, whether it is a spiritual experience experience in the sense, I'm not after this, third eye or astral travel and all those things, but the deep spiritual progress in your life, or anything materialistic, like job or anything, one thing I would always suggest is the gratefulness. Okay, the gratitude that you need to show towards everything that you have in your life. That can really uh, give a lot of gifts in your life. So the gratitude and the sadhana and gratitude um, is really very important. And obviously all other things I don't need to tell, like meditation, book reading, and experience sharing, and this down to earth attitude, grounding. All these things are definitely important. So what happens is, in the spirituality, when we come into this, we feel like, there will be definitely ego. Even when you are coming into the spiritual thing, you feel like you want to do the work, and you want to, you only want to do certain things. That kind of phases also they were there in my life as well. I'll be honest with you. So when you get into the trap, it will be never ending, trust me. So always look at your guru, whoever it is, how is he. And for example, in our case, Patriji, he will never you know claim that he's a person that because of him everything is happening now. Even in the pyramid spiritual societies movement, he will say this, he will always give the credit to us. When Malika Garu was like holding these meditation sessions, you know when I was doing this interactive session with Patriji, and I said, these guys are from Malika's team, these guys. So he's like, I also want to join Malika's team. Like, that's, see, and the important it gives to the people that they spread meditation is like, he will give entire credit to the person who is sharing and who is spreading meditation. He will not take anything. He is the root cause. So, he is the source for everything, right? So he is the source for all these meditations, whatever we are doing now. And also looking at Prabodh, I just wanted to share a few things about Prabodh, because even though I know him since last 10 years, since 2010, literally 2010, um, I never really uh, kind of shown any interest in his teachings, or maybe I was never kind of paying attention to his programs, and I was always thinking that these guys are doing something extreme or something unusual. I always used to feel that. Initially, uh, when I met him after our marriage, we were discussing few things, and it was very nice. And that time I used to feel, okay, very good, very good. But after certain days, I always used to think, what is the need of this? What is the need of that? But I have seen his dedication. Every time he gets some time, he used to go to some workshop, some sadhana, vipassana. I don't know how many times he went. If he's feeling like, there's nothing to be done, or there's no kind of obligation that he needs to be here, he'll just go to vipassana. And he did lot of once I was like so surprised that he borrowed money. He was like, I need someone. He borrowed money from me, and they said, I want to go to such some place, Thailand, and I want to, like, okay. I was like, I thought some retreat. There's nothing. He will go there and he has to do meditation on his own. But the only thing he liked there is 24 hours meditation. So just to do meditation, he went to Thailand. 24 hours meditation program. He went to Thailand. I was like, okay. Every time he comes up with some workshop, we used to feel like, okay, he at least he's utilizing his time and spending his time for spiritual things. We used to like, he and I will tell you one thing. He said, I'm borrowing money from you. He never asked for any favor. And whatever the money he took, he returned. Whatever the money, even the single, every penny he returned back. So then I started seeing the people, and one day after during this COVID time, and he came to UK as well, and he organized a lot of hostel travel sessions, and the long hour intensive meditation sessions. People who never used to believe about meditation, they started getting experiences, hostel travel experiences. One lady, uh, she just in meditation, she released her astral body and she went and she met her father in the other lokas, and she spoke, and she clearly says, like, as if they are talking in a room. She said, I spoke to my dad. My dad is very happy over there, and he said not to worry, and she's very happy. This happened in 2016 when he came. So then I started kind of thinking, okay, and every time I speak to him, uh, he will give solution, not solution, but he will give some kind of, he will give the reference of this, what this guru says, this is what it says. You decide what you want to, every time I have something, I go to him and I ask him. And this Gudakesha, I was always opposing. To be honest, I was always opposing Gudakesha because somebody kind of fed me this wrong belief that no, we should not be doing a whole night meditation, and that is who I admire a lot. But then when I was in Kotala, after listening to the people, they are like they are transforming their life completely. Somebody is having lifetime issues, they are what do you call, overcoming those issues, and somebody is having financial issues, they are overcoming. Somebody is not they are, some of them are like very new to meditation, and they are enjoying their life, and they are always smiling and always sharing, and not talking anything unnecessarily, all those things. And looking at them, like I was like so inspired. I said, okay, let me also do it. In Kotala I did 40 days, and after coming to UK again, I did the second time 40 days. And this meditation definitely, it really helped me. The first time also it helped me. There is something you don't really see, but something, a transformation is happening inside. So I really love this thing that was shared by some other master, that there is a happening in every non-happening. Okay, this is a happening in every non-happening. Even though you may think that, oh, nothing is happening, I'm doing meditation whole night, but that nothing is happening. No, there is something is happening. This is happening in every non-happening. Don't think that nothing is happening. So just keep on doing. Yeah. So this is what my experience with Gudakesha. I used to work till in the last batch. I used to work till 10, 11 p.m. And I used to join the Gudakesha thing. I never slept. I never slept. I never lied down and slept, in the sense I used to sit and sleep. But again, even with that sitting and sleeping, I used to feel so energetic. In next day, I used to feel hydrated. Otherwise, when I worked such long hours, usually for my body, the way my body reacts is I always get dehydrated. But because of Gudakesha, I always used to feel hydrated and peaceful and more awareness. Okay. I think let's conclude, Malika Garu. It's more than 1 hour now. I think it's a time for meditation. If anybody having anything, you can ask. Otherwise, we'll conclude.
I have one question like that. So You were saying that you were completely busy in the office works and doing these deliverables and jobs. So how you manage the time that getting the spiritual knowledge and getting the spiritual knowledge?
How did I manage
That time,
that
like,
time?
but
Time,
spending the time, giving the time to the spirituality.
how giving the time to the spirituality when I was busy.
Yes.
This is the wonderful opportunity, and there is no question of giving time to spirituality when we are doing the Gudakesha. So any time you spend on yourself is the time you are giving to the spirituality.
Not in Gudakesha, from your last
Ah,
initial
okay.
days.
Yeah, sometimes it just happens, ups and downs. It's like sometimes I don't give, sometimes I give. Nowadays, I'm not giving enough time, to be honest, to the spiritual works. Maybe again, that's why I said to Malika Garu that I want to do Gudakesha again. It happens, but how soon you are coming back is also important. Okay. So, yeah, to be honest, it is there in my life as well. I'm not really kind of a person, falling from the sky. So I'm the same person where, I, I could not spend a lot of time on the spiritual activities and spiritual things and even on myself. But yeah, something on and off is going on, like, one or the other program happens and we need to, whether you want to do it or you don't want to do it, you will be involved by default. So
Yeah,
that, that
that I
part of,
agree. Yes.
yes, something like that, you have to involve. So that will happen. But I think Gudakesha is the only way, balancing physical life and spiritual life. That is the only way. No matter how many people, whoever, from the society or from your family, or but make sure whether it is suiting you or not.
Yes.
The one thing I would suggest, if you see anything, upsurge in your energy levels, talk to Malika Garu and Prabodh Garu. Okay, and one guy, you know, some people they ask, like, I'm feeling I'm not able to sustain. You just need to ground your energies. You need to go into the nature and all. You need to walk barefoot. So in my opinion, there is, if you have Gudakesha in your life, so the balance between spiritual life and physical life is by default. By default, you don't need to think about your spiritual life at all, because the day is for your physical things and the night is for spiritual things.
Spiritual things. Yes.
Nisargadatta Maharaj, he used to have his business in the ground floor, and he set up his first floor is like completely meditation whole night he used to do.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. So there are so many people, and I don't need to tell you because you have that wisdom from Prabodh and Malika Garu also, that how many master told about night meditation.
Yeah.
Wonderful thing if you are able to do it. To be honest, I'm like, I want to start. It's not that I'm feeling bad about it, but it's just that I'm just going with the flow. I'm not doing it now, but I will start. To be honest, I started doing the last 3-4 days. I'm sitting, and then at least until 2 to 3 a.m. Now I'll completely, I want to sit whole night now again. I've done 2 times, 50 days almost. Okay, so the third time also I want to start. So yeah, just following the
Nice.
instructions to Prabodh is important. That is very important. Anybody here who is not following the instructions as mentioned by Prabodh and Malika Garu, please do follow. That yoga nidra is very important. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, yoga nidra we are doing in the daytime, but not
Yes.
frequently, like 1 or 2 times. Yes, that's it.
Yes.
So we have to do more. Like,
Great. If you are able to manage, that's perfect. Yeah. Yeah. Great. I think next time around we will again talk on a different concept. Then I'll sign off for now. that is okay. I think I will leave you to do meditation, which is more important.
Yes, Ravi garu. Thank you very much for sharing. It's very nice to hear you talking. Meditation also happened simultaneously as a guided meditation. Yes. So we are very happy, even though it's a long an hour of sharing. We thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And yes, friends, anybody has anything to ask or share? Yeah, actually, I wanted to ask you how was your experience in Kotala Gudakesha experience? Maybe if if there is too much to share, we'll do in another session. Or
Yeah. See,
yeah,
quickly, just to say quickly, is like first 3-4 days, I was like, to be honest, I was going crazy because I had, it was very busy time then also for me.
you
But
joined the live sessions with Prabhu Master. Were you sitting with him or?
no, he was in a different room anyway. So we were like 4-5, not 4-5, 6-7 people sitting in one room. That Kotala main person, his name is Prabhakar. So he's one of the the ashram person, and there used to be other 4-5 people. We all used to do meditation whole night. So we were in a different room, and really first 5-6 days, I would say there was a lot of it was a big challenge sitting whole night. We used to get up and sit. It was very uncomfortable sitting for a long time. um, so we had to do all the different ways, and if somebody is having any issue sitting on the sofa or anything, you can get this kind of things, which is like the beaded things, so which is really good for me. I I felt it is good. I had one in India. Prabodh ordered for me, and then it was really good. And I want to share one thing during Kotala. During that time, I came. Only I moved to Hyderabad. Uh, One day, I mean, after 50 days, I said, okay, let me sleep. I slept because I was so tired of, shifting from Kotala to here. I slept. My body did not like it. Automatically got up and started sitting in meditation posture, and that happened without my awareness. My body did. There was no awareness. So I shared this with Prabodh. Prabodh was like laughing like anything, because usually what happens is before I want to do meditation by sitting, but I used to doze off and I used to fall asleep. But after Gudakesha, when I slept, literally I wanted to sleep. I slept, but my body, it didn't like it. On its own, it got up and then sat in meditation. This happened without my. I was like, after some time, when did I get up? When did I sit in my mind? That was like, yeah, it was so funny. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, and we'll meet again
Very
next
nice.
maybe.
Very nice to hear. Our soul is so strong and powerful. Do not have to worry about. Maybe you can leave everything to your soul. It will take care of your meditation. Make you sit and.
I think I need to do meditation again. I'll join you guys again, surely.
This group energies really works. In case, yeah, if you want to start again.
Yes.
It's a good time to start, because again next batch is going to be in October, I think October or November during
Yes.
Navratri time. So,
Sure. Yeah, 100%. We'll join. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Ravi garu. We'll discuss more things later on in the coming days.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Okay, friends. Bye, everyone. Thank you, Garimaji and Manasa and all, Rekhaji and everyone. Thank you. Samyukta, I've seen you join just now. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, everyone.
Are you doing golden formula, Ravi garu? Do Do you?
I'm not really following the group, to be honest. I'm not really,
The golden formula, Prabha Master shared it during the last Gudakesha. So it's a new thing, but it's very effective. It's 2 hours of meditation. What Master did is he divide the meditation into parts. Like we start with 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute with breaks, and then 2, 2, 2, and 5, 5, 5, 15, 15. So that we are going deep into the meditation. At the same time, we are breaking it, so that we get the habit of going into the deeper levels within a minute, within a second.
I see. Okay. Great.
And whatever because it's a short duration meditations, they are very effective. We try to focus rather than getting along with thoughts. Yeah, it is working. Many people are doing it, and there is a lot of good feedback. So if you want to try, you can try. We are doing that every day, 10:30 to 12:30, so 2 hours, and then after that we go into the normal meditation.
Normal meditation.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, good. Yeah, I'll join you guys very soon. Definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, friends. Yeah. Happy meditating.